you want a perfect example before starting this video? You see I'm charging my Akmo unit over here. The reason why I'm charging it is because the power went out for many hours earlier today. Very, very useful. Yeah, it came totally handy. I love power stations, by the way, so that's the reason why I'm charging this. I have to apologize to you. Some people say, oh, you don't need to apologize, you just do what you need to do. And that is accurate. And I do understand that. I apologize that I've been absent on... I still read every comment and reply to the ones that need to be replied to, so I've been doing that the whole time, but I've been up to like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning every night for the past many days, finishing up leather work that I had to do. I still have to make these two alligator wallets, and I'm also too making guitar straps. I find it odd though that I had so many hundreds and hundreds of people, literally that many, like, would you please make guitar straps? And I was like, well, you know, I'm not a guitarist, and that's why I was hesitant to make guitar straps, but I consulted a genuine guitarist. I took extremely detailed notes about all the fine stuff, because I don't want to spend an enormous amount of time making a guitar strap and find out that some aspect of it is missing. So I consulted a genuine guitarist, and all the nuances, the 6mm hole size, the slit side, the slit diameter, everything, all the parameters of guitar straps. And I've only had one order. So I had all these people wanting me to make guitar straps, but I've told that to people a few days ago, but, you know, oh well. This is one of those don't watch this videos, which I don't know why they're always incredibly popular. Well, I kind of do, maybe. I'm just a bit brutally honest. And I'm always re-examining, you know, what I'm responsible for, because I'm responsible for a lot. I've mentioned... you know, some property lately, and I get nothing back from that, but I gave honest, responsible information about, you know, property that costs, I know, a lot of money. Now, the real estate agent will get a commission from that, but I get nothing from that. But I've had people years now say, whenever a cabin comes up for sale, let us know, and so I made videos on that. I have a responsibility on a lot of fronts, and I hate the word influencers. Some people take that literally and they post affiliate links. I've never, 7,200 some videos, I've never ever posted an affiliate link. I have responsibility to be fair and to be giving, and that's what YouTube was originally like. Like, some car mechanic is like, you know, as an expert on XYZ, and he's like, this is a tip or trick to check your car brakes. You know, stuff like that is extremely useful. There's a question that I'd like to ask you too, because there's certain little things that I know, and I've been doing tips and tricks videos on cameras and other things for quite some time, but recently I've not been doing as many of those, but asking you if you would like the small little, like, 5-minute tips and tricks. Like, here's a really incredible tip. You do this, then this, you know, saves you money, or it helps do this. If you would like more of those. I mean, I have an enormous amount, but I have not done many of those recently. I'm also, too, working on a book list. I've had an enormous amount of people ask me about book lists or reading lists, not only for, like, adults, but for younger people, like, what are the 5 books you recommend to sharpen a pupil's mind. I've made these across many different videos. However, I've not made it a book list, a formal book list, but I will do that, and I'm doing it right now. And I'll make a video and talk about these books and make things really concise, such that I can point to that file for download on the list of books to get. I have a responsibility not to shill. I've actually talked about these things, you know, a few times in video, but it doesn't mean I'm shilling for the company or anything. I mean, actually, there was a huge lightning storm in central Kentucky today, and the power flickered on and off several times. You know, this became incredibly useful. That's the reason why I'm charging it right now. But I don't get any kickbacks. I don't have any paid endorsements at all, and I have that responsibility. Some people's like, well, I just want free gear. By the way, I've done countless, hundreds of videos on Fujifilm and Nikon, but I've never ever asked either company for free gear. I never have done that. The only thing I've ever asked Fujifilm for example, was just to borrow some equipment. Like, you know, let me borrow a camera, you know, for a few days so I can review it and talk about it. I have to also, too, be brutally honest and tell you the fact. And listen, even the people that hate me, okay? They know I'm incredibly intelligent, and I'm not saying that to, like, fluff my feathers up, like, look at me. Listen, I know I'm fat, bald, tattooed. I don't run a personality contest. I would never win a personality contest. I'm not running a popularity contest either. I know what I look like, and I know sometimes my personality is kind of like rough grit sandpaper. I know that, but everybody's been beating me over the head. It's like, where's the Fujifilm X-H2S review? And, people with 50 or 100 subscribers have already been reviewing. It's like, listen, I can't review that which I don't have in my hands. If you want to call Fujifilm up, specifically a specific department that's in charge of, I have no control over that. I assume that they don't want to let me have it, even though I've made them more money than God. Because, look at me. It's like, here's the fat, bald, tattooed guy. People in Japan are extremely strict about, like, tattooed people are not allowed in saunas and certain places like baths. Not that I'm ever going to go to Japan, much less I can afford it. I've never even had a real vacation in my life. So I know the way I look, and I know the way that I come off. But I've had an enormous amount of people beat me over this. Like, where's your Fujifilm X-H2S review? It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, wave my magic wand and make the camera appear? I can't. If they don't want me to borrow it, even though I've made them more money than God, which I have, and even written a free book on Fujifilm and answered God knows how many endless thousands and thousands and thousands of tech support questions about Fujifilm over the years, free of charge. People ask me questions, and I answer them. So I have no control over that. I can't concern my life with things that I have no control over. Anyway, I apologize for being so busy that I've been so radically busy doing leather work, alligator belts. I shipped them off to Bahrain, alligator belt to Bahrain, alligator belt to United Arab Emirates, one to Qatar, alligator belt to Canada. I'm just, we're all kind of in the same boat. Things are tough in the world. Gas prices are ridiculous. I've cut back personally as much as I can in the things I can in life, and but I've just been totally busy all of this week doing leather work, and also too working on my book and working on the list and going over that and rehashing it. And yeah, I get extremely sleep deprived at times. It kind of wears down. I don't drink or smoke or do drugs, and I try to lead a really clean and simple life. I love over this year that people have told me, I've referred them to the doctor that helped me when I was suffering from the coof, that several people, I said that I saved their lives. That actually, brings joy to my heart. Not that anybody's ever seen me experience joy before. I'm glad that I've helped people, not that I think, some sort of egotistical nonsense that I've helped people, but that they've emailed me or left comments that I've been very helpful, and they discovered something that they didn't know that saved them time and made life easier or better. So that's what helpful videos are supposed to be about, obviously so. I just want to lead a clean and simple life of work and be responsible. And like I said, I know most of us are struggling. I really do. If we can all actually give each other a helping hand and keep our heads on a swivel and try to give each other helpful tips and tricks. And I really do read every comment, even the nasty comments, so that we can all be mutually helpful. That's important. The videos of mine that are most popular are not monetized, like what's going on videos, or the stuff where I get a lot from reading your comments. Like, I'll hear from truck drivers or other people like, well, I work here and boom, 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 this is happening here. So I'm a total information sponge. I funnel a lot of information to myself. I absolutely love that. None of those videos are monetized. Some videos, I'm gonna edit that out where you hear the motorcycle going by. You're not allowed to actually monetize videos about current events or whatnot. A lot of people do. I see that they do. They're like, you're not supposed to be able to monetize that video. I'll monetize videos in, like, intricate tips and tricks or certain videos on metaphysics and whatnot, but I've never monetized those videos, yet those are my most popular ones, because you can't monetize those videos anyway, by the tubes on regulations, which is fine. But I enjoy reading all the comments in them, and I really do. I love it when people say, "Oh, I bet you're never going to read this comment." It's like, yeah, okay, I just read your comment. Um, I'm going to edit out this pause too. But I wanted to choose my next words carefully. Not that they're any more or less important than what I've said in this whole video, which I told you not to watch anyway. Is that I like making these videos. YouTube is not a super significant source of income. I do have 4 other jobs. I mean, I do tons of leather work. Yeah. I try to find land for people. I do product photography, and recently some business photography for a company's website. That sort of work is down. I've cut back in my life as much as I think I can. I even offered some discount recently, just because I have so many bills, discounts on some leather work, just to make ends meet, because my cabin's insurance is due, and I knew it was coming. But believe it or not, the house insurance on this place is, I have quarterly payments on it. It's like $160 every quarter or so. It's somewhere around $500-600 a year on this house. I forget what it is, even though I recently paid it. Yeah, but like my cabin insurance is because it's remote and it's not close to a fire department, and the fact that it has a wood-burning stove in it, that makes it a much greater liability. So the cabin insurance is $728. I got that in there. So, but that's just life, and I get fewer negative comments than I did before, even though when people usually get agitated, they leave more negative comments. But there's actually been quite a substantial fewer in the past year and a half. I think it could be because everybody's just kind of suffering and struggling, and so am I. I'm not out buying ribeyes and living the high life at all. I worry about my air conditioner breaking, because it's just been blasting frigging hot the past few days, and it's going to be like 99 degrees next week, and it's just like, oh please, air conditioner, do not break on me. And I think most Americans are like that too. It's not just Americans, Australians and other people were just like, oh please, not another planned obsolescence thing breaking down that I absolutely need, like air conditioning or whatnot. But let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to change in the videos. Like, be less verbose. Like, yeah, you said it took you 10 minutes to say something you could have said in 2 minutes. I apologize, but I did warn you about this video not to watch it. I also too wanted to say thanks. I don't know how I got to 7,300 some videos, but it's right at that. And I stayed in my own lane during this whole time. Photography, gear review, metaphysics. People's like, why are you doing metaphysics videos so much all of a sudden? Well, 93% of the photographic world has collapsed, but also too, those are the first videos that I did. I mean, extremely well disciplined in that area of discussion. I mean, I am. Whether you admit it or not, it's neither here nor there, but I am. But I also too want to say thanks to anybody that's ever made donation, and if you like these videos, I greatly appreciate anything, even if it's $1. Like 100 people at $1 or $2 a head is extremely helpful. Also to anybody that joined as a member, which is $5 a month, I'm incredibly grateful to you. I really am, and you have the right to email me anytime. Anybody has the right to email me anytime, but have a phone call conversation with you. My time is limited, but I mean, I engaged even today. I had to rush somewhere, but a guy called me, and I sat down right here in this chair, and I had to talk with him for over an hour. He was like, I could have said, I'm really busy, I can't talk right now, but I did talk. And I am that way. I want to stay that way. But I appreciate you, and let me know if there's anything that, other than my face or the fact that I'm fat, bald, or whatever, the stuff that I can't change being fat, I know, but I know the way I look and the way I talk. But my whole premise was not to start making YouTube videos thinking, oh, I've got a great personality, which I don't, or that, I'm handsome, or, what, some other sort of superficiality, which of course I'm not. I'm way too smart to believe anything that, only like ugly people that are really stupid, they think they're really handsome. Like, you see like some hairy guy that's like his face, and he looks in the mirror and he's like, yeah, you're it. Ignorance is bliss. Wouldn't it be nice to be like that? Like, you could be as ugly, whatever, lack of handsomeness or beauty that you might have. If you have enough ignorance, then it doesn't bother you. It's like, yeah, you're the man. I think that's what unintelligent, unattractive people do when they look in the mirror when they brush their teeth. And like, yeah, you're it. You gotta never do that. I've never even come close to ever having that kind of delusion. One of the great pitfalls of intelligence. But intelligence is an important wisdom. Anyway, if you ever feel free to make a donation, even if it's $2 or something, I'm extremely appreciative. And let me know anything you'd like me to change or whatever. It's like, stop wearing the same shirt. Try growing some hair out of your head. What would be the other one? Lose some weight. There's all sorts of criticisms. There's constructive criticism, of course, and there's destructive criticism. I'm fully versed in all of them because I really do read every comment. Some of them are really hateful. Really, really hateful. But that's okay. None of that stuff moves me. I'm far too rational and self-aware. I know what I look like. He's like, you going to bring me down? It's like, how? None of us are going to get out of this life alive. I know who I am, and I know what I am, and I know what I look like, and I know what I sound like, and my personality, which isn't much, but I at least try to be helpful, and at least I'm forthright with people, and that's important. I can't lose that. I'm never going to shill for anybody. I'm never going to post affiliate links, no matter what that cost me, and it's actually cost me a lot. I could have made like a buku bunch of money off of these camera companies, whatnot, by posting affiliate links all these years, and I never ever once succumbed to doing that. And you come into this world with nothing, and you leave with this world with nothing. The only thing I'm trying to do is stay afloat between birth and death. Just like barely stay afloat. I don't have to be like sitting in a lawn chair with a pina colada. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not trying to get there. But I at least like to stay afloat. I warned you not to watch this video. Thanks. Lux Severitas. Goodbye.